sure that's why we have visitors in court, among others. Yes, Mr. Odina.
That matter, my land and Mr. Maiche.
Mr. Maiche?
Yes, together with Madam Fundi.
Alongside with
Madam Fundi.
Miss
Fundi.
Fundi.
Yes.
For the petition?
There is also Mr. Mokaya.
For the petition?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Mokaya?
He was online.
Mr. Mokaya, you also in this matter? Yes. Who's for the Assembly, you are for the respondents?
Second respondent and third interested party.
Second respondent. Correct, Mr. Mokaya. You have already been introduced for the petitioner. Anybody else in the matter? Anybody for first respondent and first, second, and pardon? Yes. Yes, my name is Mosota. Mr. Mosota? For? There's a problem for Mitambo. Let's give it a tell you to hold on. Yes, Mr. Mosota.
I am from the second interested party, the county government of Kisii.
Yes. Anybody else in the matter? Yes, Mr. Odina.
My Lord, I, my friend, my land colleagues, Mr. Nyambane,
Yes.
Mr. Nyagarama, and I'm hearing for the first interested party.
You didn't introduce them as in the forum. So, Mr.
We are hearing for the first interested party. I'm informed the petition is present in court alongside other.
The petition. Where is the petitioner?
Yeah, my lord.
You are the MCA, which call them wards?
Yes.
Which ward?
Rigoma ward.
Eh?
Rigoma ward.
Rigoma ward.
Yes, it's in Keroka.
Yes.
Petitioners here.
So the petitioner is also present in court.
My lord, I've already some of those ones who are still with petition from Keroka.
Pardon?
They are interested petitioners who want me to come on court on their behalf. They're also present here.
Okay, there are other people with interest.
Yes.
All of us who live in Nyamira and Kisii have an interest in this matter. Because I'm sure I also pay some revenue, though not in Keroka. And everybody in Kisii also has an interest in the matter. But ever since this petition was filed before me, I've been wondering whether you have made any efforts to try and get a middle way for the matter or settle it out of court.
My lord, we've engaged some of the leadership, some of the elected leadership from both sides.
Yes.
We've also engaged some of the elders from both sides.
Elders?
Yes, elders from both Kisii and Nyamira, from the Kisii Council of Elders. And we've engaged the area MPs for both sides. And which was His Excellency the Governor for Nyamira and Mugo, and the Deputy Governor for Kisii County. And then my Lord is the feeling that there has been also been violence since the matter was like previous, even now. There's been a lot of violence within the town because of that issue of revenue, one of the district which was there up now. And my Lord, given that the court can give us as a direction.
Let me find out, first of all, Mr. Mheshimiwa Gisesa. Who is collecting the revenues at Keroka at the moment? Forget about the violence, forget about the conflict, but who is collecting the revenue at the moment?
My Lord, about 70% of Keroka, Nyamira Court is collecting.
Nyamira?
Yes.
Nyamira County is collecting?
Yes.
30%?
70, we have, my Lord, is an area which is not disputed, which Nyamira is collecting, and we have a part where Nyamira was collecting, and then the team from Kisii County started collecting because they dispute. But most of the revenue.
Kisii started collecting where Nyamira was
collecting, yes.
What portion? Percentage?
Probably, my Lord, I will say maybe about 10, 15%. And then it brought, started bringing close for the last 2 years.
So, the contentious part now is what percentage?
Around, my Lord should be around 15%.
When you remove the 15%, what does Nyamira retain?
About 7-something percent.
And Kisii?
When you remove that, like 5%, 5 to 10%.
5 to 10%.
Yes.
So the contentious bit is 15%.
Yes. And it's not just about revenue, it's also about service delivery.
Fine. Both of them go hand in hand.
Yes, because now we are unable to, because the people, the petitioners who came to the 212, they are both residents of, they are both from Kisii, they both in Kisii County and in Nyamira County. We are unable to develop as a town, my Lord, because of the dispute. Number one, in terms of who's supposed to maintain the street lights, because even the street lights, my Lord, at some point, Nyamira did.
But they have not maintained them even where there are no issues. That to be told. Even where, now this can be used as an excuse. But even where there are no issues, the street lights have not been maintained.
Now, my Lord,
Yes.
I think that is where.
Yes, Mr. Maete.
Yes, I think that is where now my client
Yes.
will have authority to go at the assembly and oversight. When he has known his restriction, he will be able to go and do his oversight role.
Correct? You are from the Nyamira side?
Yes, my Lord.
Yeah? Mr. Gisesa, you are on the Nyamira side?
Yes, my Lord.
Here there are no disputes.
In Nyamira Court as well.
Yes. But the lights at times are not working.
Yes, my Lord.
Even where I stay,
Yes, my Lord.
the lights are not working.
Yes, my Lord.
No. But it's in the county assembly. When you are in the county assembly, you speak for everybody in your county. Here they are not working. Any excuse for them not working?
My Lord is working in progress. Since we elect another time.
Because you want to tell me that why some part of Keroka has no street lights is because it is not yet determined who should do it between Kisii and Nyamira County.
My Lord, most of
You know, he who goes to equity must do equity. Have you had your lawyer tell you that?
Yes, my
He who
Lord.
goes to equity
My Lord
must do equity.
is a lawyer himself.
Oh, you are a lawyer yourself?
Yes.
Oh, then thank God. Yes.
If I may, you
Yes.
see, when
Yes.
at least when you have someone to point at that someone accountable,
Yes.
it's better than when you do not know. When you're not sure who is who, so one person can blame the other, one person can blame the other. So it is always good to know that if the street lights are not working, I know I'm going to this person, as opposed to not been
So
sure.
here you know what
So it's not even about
Here you know.
yes, it's not even about the fact that they are not working.
It's
even though
good.
they are doing.
Here you know who to go.
Yes, we do.
Because if I give you the orders, for instance today, Mheshimiwa, if I were to allow you to collect revenue in that area that has a dispute today, will the members of the public be assured of lights tomorrow? Siwa, be done smoothly,
My Lord,
and takataka garbage be collected.
my Lord, the street lights in Keroka, the solar street lights, 100% erected by Nyamira County. Some of them fall in the disputed area. And my Lord, as also the representative for that town, the count which is the work in progress to has been able to do was part is now part of the disputed. Those are street lights, a big street light also along it was
Mr. Onyacha, stop intimidating me.
one a mast which was also erected by Kisii County which was not being maintained. But I believe that
So let's first of all look at the 70%.
Yes.
Kisii has not, it is not laying any claim on it.
it's not
Kisii County is not laying any claim on it.
Yes.
Now there is also some 5%, say 5 or 15% on the side of Kisii, which Nyamira is not laying claim on.
Yes, my Lord.
Correct?
Yes.
So now what remains is about 15%.
20, yes, my Lord.
Around 15 to 20 percent. Now this is where you are not collecting revenue and you are also not giving services to the people.
Yes, to the people of Keroka.
So that before we hear the matter,
Yes, my Lord.
can we now agree on how the 15% will have revenue collected and also services provided?
Yes, my Lord.
Mr. Odina, can you start from there? Certainly the matter was coming information. So in order to avoid the conflict, can we agree on that, the 15%? By the way, are we able to determine that 50%? Is it agreeable that this is where the problem is? Mr. Mosota,
Your Lordship, I want to address the court.
please do.
I have listened to what Mr. Mheshimiwa is talking about,
Yes.
but most of what he's saying is not even factual. He
Yes.
has no evidence, he has not put even those facts in his petition.
Give us what is factual now, Mr. Mosota.
For example, he's saying that the Kisii County is collecting 15% of revenue from Keroka town. Where is that based? It's not clear in his petition. And the issue of revenue collection cannot be settled in an ELC court. What he has put in court, he has filed in court are a myriad of reliefs, which some of them I don't believe the province of the ELC court.
That's the question I addressed first when this matter came before me. Do we have jurisdiction? But you said some of the issues we do not have jurisdiction, correct? Which are the majority? Pardon?
I am saying, for example, if addressing the court on issue of revenue collection,
Yes.
that cannot be the problem of the ELC.
Is the province of the High
If
Court?
it's not-
Yes.
Sorry,
It's in there.
if it's not about
Pardon?
boundaries, your lordship,
Yes.
there's an issue about whether Keroka is a Nyamira town or a Kisii town. That is an
No,
issue
county.
of- Yes.
Not town, but county. Whether it's in Nyamira County or Kisii County.
That is that's a core issue in his petition.
Which, and this court has jurisdiction, isn't it?
Yes, that one I agree.
Mhm.
But again, to remember that it's issues of boundaries, and the issues of boundaries in this country are handled by IEBC.
Correct, I agree with
Which is
you.
not a party,
Yes.
which is not a this man. So we cannot just at the nation state agree on any issue other than your lordship. I submit that all parties relevant to this matter be notified and their documents be filed in the court so that now we can sit down and make
there are several issues, Mr. Masota, several issues in court, which some fall within the jurisdiction of the court that has been moved, and other matters fall elsewhere. Do we separate them, or we look at the major issue?
My submission on that issue is that let us file the document.
Correct.
We have means of handling, yes. With some of us, we are able to file the preliminary objections on some issues.
Yes.
Or even on the entire. So we don't want to what we want to raise as an
Agreed, but you see, Mr. Masota, there is something you've got to agree on. You are a leader, I am a leader, everybody here is a leader.
Yes, please.
At the moment, Keroka is on fire. Correct?
That fact, no. That fact.
Okay, there is a conflict. There is an issue here now. There is an issue as to who should collect the rent. Correct? There is an issue as to who should collect the revenue.
We don't have that issue.
It's not there. Yes?
May I
Correct?
Yes.
Go ahead.
The issue of revenue collection has been there for the last 10 years since devolution started.
Yes.
And there is also a clear demarcation where Nyamira collects the revenue and where Kisii collects revenue.
What is the dominant issue here? What is the dominant issue?
That is issues of revenue collection, not even boundaries.
It's not boundaries at all.
Yeah, no.
Mr. Masota, if the boundaries are decided upon, correct? If today the boundaries are decided upon, everybody will know. Everybody will know his area of jurisdiction, correct?
Yes.
Once everybody knows his area of jurisdiction, will the issue of revenue collection arise again? Will everybody not be allowed? Will everybody not be expected to contain himself within his lane? So you agree with me, Mr. Masota, contrary to your earlier view, don't you then agree with me that the dominant issue here is the boundary? Once the boundary is sorted out,
Allow me to address you on the issue of the boundary.
Yes.
For example, the petitioner comes from Rigoma Court. Rigoma Court contains part of Keroka, which is in Nyamira County.
Yes.
Then part of the Chuni Ward is in Kisii County, and part of the Chuni Ward, Keroka forms part of it.
Correct.
That is on that basis, we have been collecting revenue from the Chuni Ward in Kisii County and from the Rigoma Court in Nyamira.
Even without going to the details of the matter, Mr. Masota, because this matter is coming up for mention, what I'm asking here is this. Are we in agreement that the dominant issue here is the boundary? And IEBC, correct? Just a minute, Mr. Masota. IEBC has been left out. And it ought to be a part in the petition, correct?
I agree with you.
If IEBC were to come and fix the boundaries, or rather not even fixing, but point out to the boundaries, and an order is made that will contain the report on the boundary. Has the matter been solved? Will the matter not have been solved?
I am very sure. I'm very sure that
Okay, Mr. Orina, is that the case? If we were to invite IEBC to point out, not even to mark the boundaries, because I'm sure The boundaries are there. So if IEBC were to come and point out the boundaries, and then, because the issue of boundaries is within the jurisdiction of this court, will the court an order as to where the boundaries are? Will the problem still persist? Because anybody collecting revenue on the other's land, then is an encroacher.
My lord, my view.
Yes. Mr. Maiche, just hold on.
My view is that in as much as IBC would want to be required to include a big account,
Yes.
we do not have per se an issue about where the Nyamira County reaches, the boundary between Nyamira and Kisii.
Yes.
The issue is Kisii is encroaching on the Nyamira side.
Yes.
And that's a dispute about the collection revenue. So what is required in the ground is actually to identify to what extent Nyamira boundary reaches, which is clearly known.
No, I hear you, Mr. Onina, to say
Yes.
that Kisii is encroaching on Nyamira side.
Yes.
Correct? Why is Kisii encroaching? I believe Mr. Osota will tell me Kisii is encroaching. You want to put it in quote unquote. Is encroaching because they believe that where you claim the boundary is not the correct place. The boundary is actually on your side. So if we had IBC come and mark the boundaries, not mark the boundaries, actually show the boundaries. Yeah, it's still marked. Mark those boundaries. Then you'll be at liberty to come and tell the court that, look here, Kisii was shown the boundary, Kisii County was shown the boundary, but they have gone beyond that boundary to our side. But at the moment, let's agree that there is a dispute as to the boundary.
The boundary.
Mr. Omosota, are you saying there is a dispute as to the boundary? I can't hear you, unmute yourself.
Sorry, Your Worship, I understood that issue, and I say to some extent there is as a dispute about the boundary.
And
I will
this,
give you an answer.
no, and
I gave you, my lord, that he go award where the
no, let's not go to the details.
of it to reward.
Let's not go to the details. What I'm saying here is IEBC does not even have to be joined as a party. All we can do is to make an order that IEBC gives this court a report as to where the boundary is.
My lord, you need a surveyor's report.
You know IEBC will definitely have to involve
The our
the
surveyor's report will tell you, because the boundary is already known where it is.
Yes.
Tell you that this to this extent is where Nyamira reaches and where and surveyor's report will just on the ground to give you that.
No, but you see, IEBC is the one that has authority. Supposing IEBC
Yes.
has already changed the boundaries and they have not informed the surveyor, you see again it shall be back to square one. So let IEBC come and mark those boundaries.
Maybe for purposes of owning the extent of the boundary.
Correct.
That's the
Yes.
problem.
Mr. Mainche, you have
Yes, Your Honor, may I, on the issue of IEBC, and for very good reasons, we left it out
Yes.
simply because this is a dispute of county to county. It's an issue of a boundary between two counties. And Article 188, when you read it, it gives IEBC the mandate to alter the constituents and the boundaries. So IEBC does not have the authority to go and mark the county boundaries. In fact, it is the NLC, the National Land Commission, which was supposed to demarcate and put people for all counties within 5 years. We
Did they do that?
They did not do that.
They did not do that.
Yes. Now,
So if they were to go today, they
Yes.
were supposed to do within 5
yes,
days.
yes.
Will they not be out of time?
That is why, Your Honor.
So the boundaries have never been marked.
Yes.
Mr. Maite?
Yes,
That's
my
what you are
lord.
saying.
Yes, my
The
lord.
boundaries have never been marked.
Yes, my lord. And that is why we come to court. Now, since the petitioner cannot go and move NLC to come and demarcate the boundaries, the court has jurisdiction, and of which I know, Your Honor, we will come and submit on this matter later. The court has jurisdiction to determine the use and the title and occupation of land. So that is why we come to court, to move the court to give that order to the NLC to go and demarcate Keroka boundary and by large Nyamira County, so that each county knows where their boundary lies.
Correct.
Yes.
So, this is the order I want to make. That,
In your motion before you, there is a correction I want to correct my who has just spoken.
yes.
That IEBC never marked orders. That is not the position.
I didn't say IEBC, Your Honor.
Which include the boundaries for all the wards in this county. There we are 1,450 wards in the Republic of Kenya. So the boundaries were drawn by IEBC. In the county, in the county boundaries were still there in the former districts. That's why I was telling the court that to some extent there is a boundary dispute, and to some extent there is no boundary. So, if some we are going to exclude IEBC and then you make NLC come and draw boundaries, then we on our side you also make an application to bring IEBC.
That's the CEO of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, to appear in court on the 25th May 2023 to explain whether the boundary between Kisii and Nyamira counties has ever been fixed, and specifically at Keroka town. And if so, to bring documents to show where the boundary is. On the same date, the chairman of the National Land Commission will also appear in court, as well as the county surveyors and land registrars of both Kisii and Nyamira counties with the area maps. summons the above to issue. Yes?
I am not complaining against you. I am not complaining against you, but
You are comfortable with that? Eh? Yes. Let's have that. Let that be the beginning point. Let that be the starting point. We start from there, because if the boundaries are there and we are shown that really this is where the boundary is, then the rest, me, I have solved my, I have discharged my duty. So the collection of revenue is not, if the collection of revenue is not agreeable, then you can either agree, then you can either go to the relevant court, but the issue of the boundary will have been solved, and that that report on boundary will help you now resolve as to who should collect revenue where. Simameni tu, unajua. Si mmesikia vile tumekubaliana kwamba tarehe 25, I know there is no chairman of the IEBC at the moment, but the chief executive officer, you extract these orders, Mr. Will, and serve them on the IEBC executive officer.
I'm sure Mr. Maite will do it.
Mr. Maite, you are for the years. Extract the orders very fast. Have them served upon those officers. If possible, you can be able to do it by close of business Tuesday, the better, so that they have enough time. And tell them they must appear physically, not online. Let them come over. So. Is that, yes?
Perhaps that should have been captured